In terms of the taxi medallion owner relief program, the TLC Owner Driver Resource Center assists in the administration of the Taxi Medallion Owner Relief Program, or MRP, and the Loan Guarantee Program, or MRP Plus. The programs both provide debt relief for eligible medallion owners with financial assistance and free legal representation to help medallion owners negotiate with lenders to reduce loan balances and lower monthly payments. The programs are open to medallion owners with 6 or fewer medallions. The MRP provides a $20,000 grant to help restructure medallion-related loans, up to $9,000 in monthly debt payment assistance, and free legal support and representation. The MRP Plus provides a $30,000 grant to help restructure medallion-related loans with the remaining principal balance of $170,000 or less. Loan guarantee for lenders and free legal support and representation. Since its inception, how much money has been provided to owners in the MRP and MRP Plus?
Thank you for that question. I believe Deputy Commissioner Wilton has the updated numbers on the debt relief.
So as of this morning, we have, excuse me, we have seen $445 million of debt relief provided through both programs, $58 million resulting from MRP and $387 million resulting from MRP Plus.
In 2022 and year to date, how does the current year to date number compare to previous years?
So then, I mean, the number is constantly going up. I don't have the specific number for the end of FY22. We can get that for you probably before the end of the hearing.
Thank you. Since its inception, how many owners have applied for the debt relief 2022 and year to date? And how does the current year to date number compare to previous years?
So as of right now, there's 1,879 owners for a total of 2,258 medallions. The program was so I don't have the specifics on FY22 end of year numbers, but the program had just started, so it was very low at the end of FY22. It was the vast majority of the usage has been inside of FY23. All of these numbers we can provide to you after the hearing, though.
It would be great if, while we're in the hearing, someone could be working on getting that information. It's helpful when the agencies come with the data that we're looking for. Since its inception, how many owners have applied for debt relief?
$2,001.
And how does the current year-to-date number compare to previous years?
We'll have to get back to you on that.
Has the program been streamlined so as to fulfill applicants' needs more efficiently since the start of the program?
Absolutely. As the program has been moving on through FY23, we've sort of perfected the process of pre-screening drivers for eligibility, so that when it is time for them to move forward with the refinancing options, we could do so in an expeditious manner.
What is the current wait time for the relief?
I don't have the exact number on that. I'm going to have to look at the numbers, but it does take a minimum of, I'd say, 12 weeks for application processing to the refinancing. But it's about a fiscal quarter for all the financials to sort of work their way through the process.
Okay. Also, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge we've been joined by Council Member Lewis. How many taxi medallion foreclosures occurred in 2022 and year to date?
So I know that
So the foreclosure number is a little bit hard to determine. There are a handful of loans that are delinquent. Drivers sometimes become current on those loans. Some go into default. So we have, I believe we have the delinquent rate, and we've got the, do we have the foreclosure number?
we have a 16% delinquent rate over 90 days, and then a 21% rate for just delinquent general. So 16% of that over 90 days, 21% delinquent overall. So that's roughly it's about 400.
You said roughly?
400.
Last month doesn't go into the time aspect. Why didn't the TLC want to discuss the average time on a trip in the final report, given that is how we conceptualize pay for most workers? On the debt issue and medallion crisis, we understand 2,200 loans have been restructured under the Medallion Relief Program, but NYCWA estimates that 800 remain. What is the TLC doing to bring those lenders to the table while NYCWA is working on a solution for the remaining 800 loans? What is the status of the fund for the $30,000 grants that will be doled out to drivers?
I thank the council member for their questions. To address the MRP portion of this first, we are constantly discussing with lenders ways to get them into either of our MRP programs. Some lenders' portfolios make more sense for them to convert on the original MRP program. Some lenders, most lenders have availed themselves of the MRP Plus program, but we're in constant conversations with lenders to get as many medallions into this program as possible. We set up this program to help all of our individual medallion owners who need that help. So today here, I would advocate for any lender who's not currently participating to think of the health and welfare of your portfolio and the members and the drivers that are in your portfolio. This is a great deal for drivers. This is a great deal for lenders. So any lender who's not currently participating, I would just urge to come to the table.
Medallions on the secondary market were around $137,000. What is the current value of the medallions?
Thank you for the question. I can't talk about the medallion of the medallion value, only what they've been transacting for. We've seen medallions trade for up to $200,000. We recently had a few auctions of medallions that went that were in default in the Medallion Relief Program, and those sold for $175,000 and $176,000.
How many medallions have been exchanged in fiscal 2023 and so far in fiscal 2024?
I don't believe we've got the medallion transaction numbers in front of us. I'm happy to provide those. They're on our website. I can get those to you immediately after this hearing.
If someone could get them while we're here.
Yeah, we could certainly ask, yes.
Is the increase in medallion prices seen in the last year or so an indication that they will increase during the next couple of years? Is this forecasted by the TLC?
We tend to not forecast medallion values. The medallion is simply what somebody will buy it for at a given time. What we've seen, though, is encouraging. Since we've increased the metered rate of fare, there's more earning potential on medallions, which I think translates to increased value on those. Certainly, the $170,000 valuation of the Medallion Relief Program, what we guarantee the medallions up to, I think sets a baseline for this. So we do expect to see medallion prices increase proportionately with the increase in fare, increase in trips, as becomes more of a good economic opportunity for our drivers out there.
Of debt over the course of FY23, relieved another $389 million of debt for a total of $433 million, and then so far in FY24, we've had another $12 million of debt relieved for the total of 445. Additionally, in regards to the ODRC numbers, since inception, there's been 38 3,800 ODRC drivers serviced by ODRC, and then a different way to look at it is we've had 2,900 medallion service. So yeah, the drivers or the medallions, but that's since the inception of ODRC. We still have a few more numbers coming in.
My name is Naide Henry, and I'm a member NYTWA. I am here to ask you to support the 1079 because this bill will help us because I'm a yellow cab, first of all. And if I don't have pay by the meter, I cannot pay my bill. That's why most of the time I don't pick up the cab e-hail, because e-hail, they don't pay you exactly the amount they're supposed to pay. And my Medallion, I am losing money because I own $670,000. So far, my lender don't want to help. My union, NYTW, try to do the best to find a way. They ask me to pay $200,000. They're going to give me if I can come up with $200,000, I don't have that kind of money because I feel like anything can help. You're talking about the congestion prices. This is money they're going to take over from us, from the yellow cab. And I've been in that business 28 years. This is a disaster for us. Since Uber and Lyft come, I don't have nothing against them. But since they come, they bring the Medallion price down, down, down. And now I end up with a bill with $670,000. What can I do? Only choice I got now is go bankruptcy. If the city don't help. Because the city can do nothing with the owner. The owner, they do whatever they want. They charge you. Right now, I don't even receive a statement from the owner. But he pick up, I try to pay right now. But in the end, I don't have no choice. If they don't do nothing for me, I have to go bankruptcy.
Thank you. I do have a quick follow-up question for you. Are you participating in the Medallion programs?
I do everything you know. The lender denied, the lender don't want to do anything. The 20,000 MRP, the $30,000, I do everything. They don't do anything. The lender is I don't know what to tell you about that lender. He don't want to do anything. But the union is fighting. The union have a goal. He tried to see if he can find somebody to come over because they asked me to pay $200,000, but I don't have it.
Thank you.
If he can find somebody, he can take all those medallions from those owners because those lenders, they don't try to do anything to work with TLC to see if we can. They have 200,000 taxi medallions who got help. They have more than 570 who don't have no help. What can we do for those taxis who don't have no help?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, you called me before. My name is Shubhesh Boiragi. I am Medallion owner. I think our protest end, but I protest a lot from front of City Hall. 36 days, and I am hunger strike also. I am Medallion owner. I bought this Medallion 2014, 800, 851,000. So I cannot afford my Medallion. One month before, I cannot pay my mortgage. Bank took my Medallion. Right now, I cannot drive. My Medallion is storage in TLC. But I cannot work. I have no money. Right now, I want to drive one of my friends. So last week, one day, I driving, suddenly call Uber. But one or two passenger I cannot accept. Suddenly, Next, I saw one of passenger. I cannot take. My meter is stopped. What happened? I called the CMT. CMT told me, wait. Then they few minutes wait there. They told me you reboot your button does not work. Half an hour wait, then they start. What kind of job I cannot, I don't know explain. So my medallion storage unfair. Why they took me my medallion, I don't know. So I 1 month before, almost 1 month, they cannot back my medallion. My mortgage is more than 700,000. So please help us. I want to work this city nicely. I am yellow cab driver. Please help us.
Thank you.